Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to have another tasting of my Dorado SMaSH beer. This is using 2-row malt with S04 yeast. So for the grains, 2 pounds, 8 ounces of 2-row. For the hop additions, 0.39 ounces Dorado at 30 minutes, 0.29 ounces at 5 minutes. For the dry hop, 3 days into fermentation, 0.32 ounces of Dorado. My Dorado alpha acids were 12.9%. This was bottled on 1/1, so almost a little over 4 months old. 6.16% ABV. This is using the small carbonation tablets. Beersmith is saying this is 62.8 IBUs. Beersmith wanted this at 5.4%, but I would say for a lot of my home brews, these small batches, they've been coming in higher ABV. So I think that is a good thing. What we could do if we wanted to reproduce this but at a lower ABV, maybe cut out some of that grain, maybe start with 4 ounces and see where that gets you. And because that might get us down into that realm, or take off the 8 ounces and just see where 2 pounds would get you. But for the most part, we don't really care. This is using the small pearl tablets. The bubbles are starting to come up. Let's go ahead and get it in here. I did use S04 yeast on some other ones. In the beginning, it has produced a cloudier beer. Going back to my 2-hop series with Cascade and Centennial, I think I used it on beer 19 and beer 20. The thing that I found out there is in the beginning, it's like I got more citrus. It brought out that citrus more. And then later on, it was almost like a doughy smell and taste that I got out of it. So S04 might be a yeast that you want to use and drink it all. You could use it in New England if you wanted to, but we're just experimenting. I'll be doing some more with different yeast, but I just want to start adding that S04 in there. So we do have a nice off-white head, small and medium bubbles, about a finger of head. Lots and lots of bubbles. Kind of hazy. I do have some settlement, some hop particles in there. I would say it is overcarbed, as it was filling up just a tiny bit as I opened the bottle, and that is going to shake the stuff up. Unless you're going to filter your beer, you're going to have settlement at the bottom. If it's overcarbed a little, it is going to draw some of that up. Yeah, bright yellow in color, lots and lots of bubbles, like I said. Let's go ahead and smell, see what we get. Fresh citrus, like a generic citrus, maybe a tiny bit of bitterness, like grapefruit rind bitterness in there. Not really getting the grapefruit in the smell, but that's what the bitterness reminds me of. Some malt, being 4 months old, maybe that malt is starting to come out. We are using a lot, technically, if you wanted to say, for a 1.25 gallon batch going in there, and you are getting some of that malt. But yeah, I think it has a nice smell, maybe a little bit of sweetness in there that's combining with that citrus and that malt. So yeah, good smell. Let's go ahead and taste. You get some of that malt, some of that citrus. It's almost like it has a mix of, like, it wants to mix like fruit and citrus together, sweetness, but it's like that fruit stops and that citrus really takes over in this one. It's definitely overcarb, scraping on my tongue. Aftertaste has a nice citrus maltiness to it. I wish it had some more bitterness. I'm really not getting that bitterness. If anything, I'm getting more of the sweetness. Like, it didn't attenuate low enough and it left a lot of residual sugar in there. I think it tastes good. It's almost like, I almost want to say if you took lemon and lime and put it in some water, squeezed a whole bunch of them in water, then took grain, crushed it up, put it in a bag, like a strainer bag, and dumped that lemon lime water over it, you're getting that breadiness from the malt. I don't know if it's just over carbed, but then added some sweetness in the back. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's good. The tartness, I'm not sure if that's coming through like a passion fruit, or if it's from the citrus in there, or if it's from the yeast. I'm not sure where that tartness is coming from. I almost want to say it does kind of remind me of a passion fruit, but that citrus is so big in this, it's like it's just bringing the tart along for the ride. Super smooth. Like, it wants me to drink more. It's not dry or anything. Like, it's almost making my mouth salivate. There's so much, like, almost like a fresh lemon lime concentrate or something like that. And I don't think I got that the first time tasting this. But yeah, it's a beer I could drink a lot of. It tastes good. Would I make it again? Like I said, I think it needs a little bit more bitterness. It is saying it's 62.8 IBUs. I feel the perceived bitterness, because of all that citrus that's in there, I would go with like 25, 30. Like, it is low. I really don't get any bitterness out of this beer. But yeah, I wish that bitterness was kicked up just a little bit to maybe cut down on that citrus note. But yeah, definitely a good beer. I will be making some more with Dorado hops. But if you enjoyed this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.